Welcome. Here is my experience traveling from Seattle, Washington to Nairobi, Kenya. The date is September 1st, 2020. This is the city of Seattle, one of the fastest growing cities in USA. I started my journey from SeaTac International Airport, and as you can tell, it's not that busy. Understandably so, given the current situation in USA. So I departed from SeaTac International Airport to LAX, and I flew using Alaska Airlines, and I have to say I was quite impressed on how they went about physical distancing. The middle seat was left empty, and as you can tell, the flight is not that busy. It's actually quite empty. Well, one thing one has to remember is to keep their mask on the whole entire time. So again, I started my trip from SeaTac International Airport, headed to LAX, California. Here is another view of the city of Seattle on the Puget Sound in the Great Pacific Northwest. It's quite busy, but the views are incredible. If you're familiar with Seattle, that is actually I-90 to Bellevue area. Wow, and the view's just stunning. If you're ever in Seattle, worth exploring. But if you're looking for more information about Seattle, what things to do, you're welcome to check out my website, Travel with Irene. I share fun stuff in my website about hiking and camping in Washington Pacific Northwest. So check it out. The views are stunning, just beautiful, because Seattle is surrounded by water, mountains, and forest. Anyway, 2 hours and 44 minutes, we made it to LAX and we landed safely. The time actually went by quite fast. This was my first time in LAX, and I have to say it is a huge airport. Oh my goodness. So be ready to have your walking shoes on. As you can see, there are not a lot of people. I should check this out. There are not a lot of people. I am in Los Angeles, just landed, and going to Turkish Airlines, which I believe it's gonna be beyond Terminal 4 or in Terminal 5. But not a lot of people. I'll show you what I'm looking at.
And if you are sick, please protect others by staying home. Learn more about LAX's efforts to combat COVID-19 at flylax.travelsafe.
I am currently in Tom Bradley Airport in Los Angeles, California, but I'm hoping by the time you're watching this, I will be in Kenya. I started my journey from Washington, and I'm headed to Kenya. I am gonna make this very clear. I'm only making this video so that it helps somebody who is needing to travel to Kenya from US or abroad and they cannot find the information that they need. At least that was the case for me. It has been very hectic trying to iron out some of the travel logistics that is needed, mostly due to COVID. Of course, that was my flight, not even the actual flight ticket, but really getting the COVID testing done, and when was the big challenge that I have faced. So I am gonna make this video hoping it helps somebody who is traveling. And for my travel is not necessarily vacation, it's actually not vacation related. I hope this video helps somebody who is looking to travel for essential purposes or necessary travels. So I'll give you a breakdown of what has been my experience so far. Like I said, I am in Los Angeles right now. Traveled from Washington SeaTac Airport today. Today is Tuesday. My flight was at 1:30 from SeaTac Airport. It was really the usual check-in, check-out, only passport required. You do not need a COVID testing from Seattle or Washington State to come to Los Angeles. At least I did not. I checked in my bags and they're gonna make their way, knock on wood, make their way to Nairobi, Kenya. So I don't need to go claim them here in Los Angeles. They're gonna make their way to Nairobi. So I checked in SeaTac Airport, got on a plane to Los Angeles. My plane experience was fantastic. The plane was not crowded. In fact, I had the whole row to myself. So I had the other two seats next to mine were empty. Everyone in the plane was wearing a mask. Of course, people were taking it off when they're eating or drinking and then putting them on. Right now I do not have a mask. No, I guess I should point that out. I was eating and there's pretty much no one here. It is very much so a very empty airport. It's actually quite dead compared to Seattle. So right now I am in Los Angeles. I got in here, no problems. Got out of the plane, got to my gate. I will say, if you are gonna be transiting to Los Angeles, it's quite a big airport and not as maybe efficient. I don't want to bash the California people, but it's quite huge and it took me about 40 minutes to get to my other gate. So make sure you have plenty of time to catch your other flight. Right now I just finished eating, and I'll tell you this. One of my goals first was to reduce as much encounters with people as much as I can. So I pretty much brought food with me. I brought 2 oranges, 2 peaches, 2 avocado, banana, and 4 eggs to eat. And you'll probably, that's a lot. My travel time is 27 hours. Will I be eating plain food? Maybe, but I will have lots of food, so at least I won't have to go get food while on a layover. I just finished my fruit. I ate 2 eggs. They're right there. Actually, let me show you. You can see my mess. There it is, and like I said, there is my food. Let me show you how empty this place is. So as much as I am talking without a mask is because there's no one around. Otherwise, I have my mask here, I would put it on. What else do I say? I should point out, I am traveling due to family emergency. I would really rather not be traveling, leave alone international travel. I wasn't even planning on traveling domestic. But I will keep on sharing information as I go. When I get to Turkey, yes, from here I'm going to Turkey to Kenya. I will share my experience there. Otherwise, hopefully I make it to Kenya. But so far, so good.
As you can see, the airport in LAX was not that busy. In fact, most of the shops and restaurants were closed. Yay! Now Turkey to Nairobi, Kenya. I have to say I did not shoot a lot of content after this. they do not allow people to do any recording at JKIA International Airport. So your girl over here was not about to take a chance. But we landed safely at JKIA and I was so excited. That was just one long flight. But anyways, I made it, and so can you. Just take the precautions that you need, and safe travels to you, and I wish you all the best. I hope you found this helpful. Happy travels. And don't forget to subscribe, and also I will be sharing more content on my website. If you prefer to read about it, I have, I believe, 4 blog posts about my experience. Well, when I got to Kenya, of course, I had to get myself some porridge. Missed it so much. I had that and some mandazi. But it was so nice to be home. I am grateful that I was able to travel and be with family, and I hope you do too. Happy travels.